In November, I spent 2 weeks in a program taught by professional traders, as in these were guys from proprietary trading firms who do it for a living day in and day out. I've been trading myself a bit over the last year or so, but honestly, attending this program, it really changed my perspective of things. So today, I'll be sharing 5 things that I learned throughout this 2 weeks. A bit of context. This program was organized by Bursa Malaysia and it was partially funded by the Capital Markets Development Fund. I applied for it, I think, in around early September, managed to get accepted, and then the program ran in early November. Honestly, these 2 weeks was so tiring, my brain was fried because there was so much to learn, but I'll try to simplify it for you guys as best as I can. Anyway, on to the first thing that I learned from this program. First off, I learned that it's definitely possible to make trading a career, and it can be quite lucrative. But before I say this, a big disclaimer, the number that I'm going to mention here, it's not related to any trading firm that is participating in this program. But I did hear that there are Malaysians who only trade palm oil and they're pulling in 6 figures a month in terms of salary. This is obviously, not everyone's going to hit this number, but I'm guessing that 5 figures a month is probably the norm. But to achieve this, I honestly think that working in a professional setting, so whether you join a trading firm or a bank, it's going to make your life a lot easier. I mean, first off, you're going to get guidance and then you're going to get access to research that these trading firms do for their traders. But more importantly, you're going to have other like-minded people around you. So you're going to have other people who also want to make trading a living and they're going to push you to become better every single day. You could even get a mentor, which, like any other skill in life, it will really help you accelerate your learning process and it'll help you increase your chances of becoming successful. Even if you can't or don't want to join a firm, finding a group of like-minded people can really help you if you want to become successful. So throughout this 2 weeks program, I managed to share my ideas and get feedback not only from the pro traders, but also from other participants in this program. And that really helped me gain different POVs to trading setups. My dream was always to become a full-time trader, but honestly that was more of a pipe dream rather than an actual goal that I was working towards. See, the thing is, we always hear stories of these people making it as a trader, but it's always online and we watch YouTube videos and there's no way for us to verify if it's true. But actually meeting these traders who do it every single day and only rely on it as an income, and they've been doing this for like 10, 20, even 30 years, made me realize that it's a lot more possible than I actually thought. So if any of you guys want to make trading a living, just like myself, just know that it is possible, but of course there are some things that you will need to know, which I will be sharing throughout this video. On to my second key takeaway. So speaking of making trading your job, the number one rule in trading, which was also emphasized by the pros, was that as a trader, your number one role is actually to manage your risk. Trading is a survival game, and the first thing that they told us is that we need to make sure that we can survive to trade another day. It might be fun taking a super high risk trade, like maybe going on margin and buying GameStop and making a bunch of money, but that's just not the way to do things. The thing is, if you have a small portfolio, let's say 5k or 10k, honestly even that is quite a big amount of money, but if you have a small portfolio and you want to make these kind of bets, then sure. But the thing is, these guys, they're trading portfolios worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes even millions, so they can't take on that amount of risk. This doesn't mean that you can't lose any money or that you should be afraid of losing money, because losing is just a part of trading. Sometimes you could be on a bad run of days, weeks, and even months. The key here is just to make sure that you survive and you don't blow up your account. You see, they're super confident that they'll be able to recover all of their losses, they'll be able to make it back. But the thing is, you can't recover your losses if you blew up your entire account and it goes to zero, because essentially that means game over. The tips that they've shared to manage your risk is basically the standard stuff that you can find online for completely free. Every time you enter a trade, make sure you have a plan, make sure you know where your stop loss is, and try to think about how you would react based on what the market does. Another key thing that they shared is that you should never revenge trade. So sometimes, let's say you're taking a lot of losses, maybe you should just take the L, call it a day, and survive to trade another day. Trying to recover your losses is basically how 99% of gamblers lose all of their money at casinos. So the lesson here is, don't worry about your profits, just focus on managing your risk and your P&L will settle itself as long as you have at least a decent trading strategy. They always mention that whenever they enter a trade, they're not thinking about how much money they can make or which Lamborghini they're going to buy next. Instead, they're thinking about how much money can they lose in a worst case scenario. The next thing that I learned from them is that you have to treat trading like a business. So this means putting in the effort, working hard, and also knowing that there are costs associated to running your business. Just an example of this, they use this trading software called Trading Technologies to execute all of their trades and strategies. And this software alone costs $1,650 or nearly 8,000 ringgit a month. And this excludes any other fees that you have to pay, like commissions, exchange fees, and market data as well. Is it worth it? Well, to them it is, because they know that by using this software, they'll have an edge and they know that they can make more money by using it. So this is similar to running any other business, Businesses would be willing to spend thousands of dollars in ad spend on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, in the hopes that by spending this money, they'll be able to make more in revenue. So the reason that I'm bringing this up is that a lot of new traders or beginner traders, they'll try to get everything for free, which is completely fine. It's understandable, especially if you're new and have a small trading account, then that's the most logical thing to do. But just keep in mind that in the future, if you want to take things more seriously, then there will be a cost associated with trading. They also know that the sustainability of their business is important, so you won't see them walking around wearing Gucci or flying in private jets. They know that at anytime things can go bad, they could be in a drawdown, so they need to make sure that they have enough money to survive through that period. So if you see any of these so-called traders counting their cash in their private jets, just know that they probably made that money from you buying their course. And just like any business out there, to be successful, you'll need a lot of discipline and persistence, which is the fourth thing that I learned from these professional traders. So this one really stuck with me. So for one, the trading firm that was guiding us throughout this entire 2-week program, they did mention that discipline and putting in the effort, that was the key to becoming a successful trader. But during this 2-week program, on one of the days, they also invited 2 other trading firms to come and give us a talk. And at the end of the talk, there were questions for them. And they were fielded the same question, which is, in your opinion, what do you think is the most important trait to become a successful trader? And they both said the same thing. Essentially, they said you have to be disciplined, you have to work hard, and you have to be persistent enough to go through the challenges, because to become a successful trader, it will take a lot of effort and time. This wasn't a major surprise to me, because honestly, I was starting to realize this myself. The truth is, to be successful in any field, you're going to have to put in the effort and you're going to have to work hard. I've watched interviews of people like Conor McGregor, David Beckham, Blackpink, and a bunch of other successful people. And they don't say it directly, but you can see that they put in a lot of effort and they're so disciplined in their respective fields. And that's probably why they're so successful. And trading is no different. Sorry to burst your bubble, but if you think you're going to be a full-time trader, you're going to sip martinis on the beach while making millions of dollars every single year, it's just not going to happen. The thing is, as a beginner trader, you're going to have to put in a lot of hard work over multiple years just to get the hang of things. But the good news is, they did mention that some of them do trade on the go, so I guess the dream is still alive, right? I guess it's just more of a privilege that you have to earn rather than a right that is given to any trader out there. The final thing that I learned from this 2-week program is gonna be a bit painful for some of you to hear, but essentially, in trading, you need money to make money. At least for their style of trading. Maybe some of you guys have seen some of these trading videos where they take a $100 trading account to a $1,000 account in just a week, and we think, wow, that's amazing, I'm gonna be a trader, I'm gonna make so much money. But what they don't tell us is that they probably took on a lot of risk to do this. Just think about it realistically. If you can 10x your trading account in just 1 week, your life is settled. Every single major investment bank or trading firm will be calling you up, offering you millions of dollars just to trade for them. So to do these challenges, they're taking on a lot more risk just to try and get the 10x in 1 week. So maybe let's say they have 5 trading accounts that they blew up, and on the 6th one they became successful, they recorded it and then they uploaded it onto YouTube. The thing is, you can do this with a small account, but if you have a $100,000 trading account, how are you going to risk blowing up that entire amount? It's just not a scalable trading strategy. So to take trading professionally, you're gonna need a good amount of money to start off, because you have to fund your account. So I just did some online research, and just based on personal experience, I think having around 30 to 50,000 ringgit to start will be a good amount. Of course, you can start if you have less money. I would encourage it actually, just learn how to trade, get the hang of things, but just know that if you have a small trading portfolio, you won't be able to make a lot of money, and it definitely can't be relied on to pay your bills every single month. The other thing is, since you can't guarantee a profit when you trade, you'll need some savings to pay off your daily expenses while you learn how to trade. So you can't go into a trade thinking, the profits from this trade, I'm going to make profits here and I'm going to pay for my lunch next week. Thank God I have food on the table. You can't really do that because then you'll be in the wrong mental state and trading is going to be really hard for you. So the piece of advice from the professional traders is to have 6 months worth of your expenses saved up, and then you can think about going trading full time. So to overcome this problem of having enough money, you have two choices. One is you join a professional trading firm or a bank and they're going to fully fund your account, they're going to pay your salary and everything is sorted. But you're going to need to have a proven track record of at least a few years so they know that you're profitable. The other way, if you don't have this, is for you to just continue working your job, trade a small portfolio just to learn the ropes while trying to save up enough money to go full time. And of course, if you want to learn how to do this, you can watch our videos. We teach you how to earn more money and also how to save it. Thanks for watching this video to the end, guys. Give us a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.